Hey, Dimps.
Hey, Mr. Music Man, how you doing this evening?
What's going on?
How are you?
Well, good. What's it? Two ladies. This is just a story. These two ladies at a network meeting came over to me, and he said, "Your show was really good, but we missed Dimples." Good evening, everybody. I just got the finger from Jim. It's all part of the story, right?
Hey, everybody, it's Darren from the Business Power Hour. I'm not going to be in the studio tonight. I'm traveling.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man, except Darren's not here.
I'm here.
No,
I'm right here.
Does anybody see that? Darren is not here. Darren is away.
I am right here, right
quiet
next to
for
you.
a second. You're not here. What? I don't know if you got lucky.
Not the really interesting question.
That's a fantastic question, Norman.
Wow. See, I got fantastic. You just got good. I got fantastic.
Show's about him, so let's focus on that. Were you drinking before the show?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
There we go. We got it.
Let's go.
No, it's...
Now we got to
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Smother it.
So, I think you got a music thing.
It's making noise.
It's making music.
Is it?
Yeah. That's so sweet. That's so sweet of you, Darren.
By the way, this is a Yankee station.
It's a
Thank
Yankee
you.
station. John,
Thank you.
it's a Yankee station.
All right.
Unfortunately...
We got bugs in here. What's going on?
I don't know.
Do you spray? Get an
It's
exterminator?
that time of year where you're getting bugs and stuff. As long as we don't have bees, I'm good.
Yeah, all right. That's...
But...
We have a lot of undulations out in the field. Undulations.
Is that a wine?
What
What the hell is undulation?
Fred, don't use big words. Hey, right? So this...
Help.
I gotta give him a cough button, Jim. What do you think?
A cough
Because-
button would be a good idea. Consider that a good question that he asked?
Great question.
There you go. I got
Pythons
one.
and brains.
You're double D?
I'm double D. Show's about him, so let's focus on that.
Hey, give me some. Give me some. Give me some loving.
How are you, Music Man?
Hello, Darren. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm
this week.
absolutely convinced. I'm absolutely convinced that
telling
you
you.
got some kind of brain damage when you had that thing last year.
I'm telling you, and he called. And
Not classy, but classy.
Seeing interviews by Darren and the Music Man. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Siafi and Norman Wasserman.
let's do this.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man. How are you, Music Man?
I'm not music.
Oh, you're not the Music
No,
Man.
you're the music.
I'm the Music
How
Man.
are
Oh.
you, Music Man?
I'm-
I'm doing fantastic.
I
How
am.
are you, my
I am
friend?
fine. I got to give a shout out right off the bat to Eileen Karina.
You forgot to put your mic on.
Oh, I got to give her a shout out anyway. She loved. I don't know why, but she loves our intro. She says
Did
she
she-
never
did she love
stops
the
laughing
intro?
at, and she watches it every week.
Yes.
I think there would be a point in time where, and oh, by the way, and one of the little spots that we have on that, she criticized for, if you remember, and that's the
remember.
funniest part of the
I
whole
remember.
thing
I remember.
with the knucklehead and all that kind of stuff.
I remember.
So what's new with you? What you do this week?
It's tax time. I'm busy running around doing all kinds of fun stuff and, just trying to get tax returns done.
Have your firms that you use for software, have they updated their stuff yet?
No, they're not totally updated yet. They've updated some things, but not all things. And, that kind of put everything on hold. But the good part about it is that the IRS came out and said, okay, April 15th isn't the deadline. May 17th is now the deadline. Okay. And that may even be pushed because
Yeah, I heard
they're
that maybe
getting-
June.
yeah, they're getting
July.
a lot. They're getting a lot of pushback from people about that. So yeah, no, the June is the last date that I heard that it may get pushed to. So we'll see. But I don't rush. Don't rush to get your returns done because there are so many changes that you can take advantage of.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you this. Filing an amended return, if you file your return and have to file an amended returns are filed by paper, and the IRS is still 3 million returns that they haven't, paper returns they haven't finished processing from 2019. So could you imagine what it's going to be like?
You
if
have to
all of
fill
these
it
people-
out with a pencil, a
Well,
pen?
no, you don't have to fill it out with a pencil pen. You can do it. We'll do it that, but we have to mail it in. We can't electronically file an amended return.
You see all the things you learned from CBMS?
That's it.
I'm telling you, if people call you, they can get all this information. And you know what? If they call our guest, they can get the same kind of information, you know, for
About
what he does.
What he does, and he does.
So
a
should we
very good
introduce
job.
him?
Let's bring him in.
All right.
Let's bring him
So,
in.
ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let me introduce Jerry the Geek. I didn't call him a geek. He calls himself a geek. Schwartz. He is an it person.
No.
Yeah, he's it. It says
It
says
no, it's IT.
right. It.
No.
So we're going to call you a Mr. It now.
Mr. It.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
Jerry.
in-
Welcome, Jerry. Welcome, Jerry. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Norman. It's a pleasure to be here.
Good.
So Jerry, tell us a little bit about what you do. All right, what Jerry the Geek is all about.
I have been in the information technology, or IT, field for over 20 years, and friends and family have been asking me to help them out with their computer issues. I then told myself, why not do it on your own? So as for the name of my company, people have been calling me a geek for years, so I might as well just run with it. So especially a guy from the workforce named Bob. So
Bob Kratzky?
No, Bob. His name was Bob Simmons.
So Jerry, let me ask you this question. When you were a kid growing up, all right, and this is Norman's question. I got to give him credit for it. When you were a kid growing up on the playground, did you say to yourself, I'm going to be in information technology when I grow up?
No, he never had a playground.
I had a playground.
He grew up in Queens. You didn't have a playground.
Grew up on the island, okay? I mean, I grew up in Massachusetts. So.
There you go. He had plenty of playgrounds to play.
I've had playgrounds around, but I got to my first computer was a Commodore 64, so I got to learn how to play around with basic programming there. Made my own little programs there, and later on, I took a weekend class to see what the inside of a computer was, and I was intrigued. So I went for college for computer science, and then one time while at my BS and CS, a professor asked me what direction I want to go in my career. The options at the time were either go programming or computer support. I always like to help people out, so I figured computer support was the best track for me.
All right. So when did you decide, like you got out of school and everything, when did you decide you were going to open your own company?
I haven't thought about opening my own company till like a few years, like 5 or 10 years ago. Wanted to do my own thing. People have been asking me to help them out with their computers. Friends and family have been asking me, "Can you help me with this on the computer? Can you help me set up my printer and all that?" So that's and I figured let me do it on my own.
So how in depth does your service go?
Well, what I do is, people call, say, is your computer running slow? Do you think you may have a computer virus, or looking to upgrade or looking for a new computer? I can help you there, no problem.
So are you working with just individuals? You working with small business? Where's your forte?
I focus with small businesses and homeowners along Long Island.
Okay, so you got these small business owners. They got 1 or 2 computers, maybe 3 computers that they always, we always know computers always have issues, right? And there's always something going wrong with a computer. You'll come in, you'll diagnose it, you'll get the thing running right, that type of stuff.
Yes. I mean, I can actually do many of this stuff virtually. I can connect via Zoom to your computer, take a look what's happening on your side, and see what needs to be done. For instance, say you're not able to print. I can take a look at your printer settings, and then I'll see if they're set up properly. Then I would ask you just to see if it's printed out and all that, or show me on the screen what's happening.
Before we continue with questions, I just want to give out our phone number in case anybody would like to call in and talk to Jerry or ask Jerry a particular question. 631-619-7500. 631-619-7500. Also, Jerry, the first time I met you, the meeting that I was at, they actually called you a geek.
Yes.
And I thought that was rude. All right. To find out, you've been calling yourself a geek for 10 years, and that's your logo is Jerry the Geek. How'd you come up with that? Why did you come up with that?
Well, people have been calling me a geek for many years. I say, why not run with it? And then I saw jerrythegeek.com was available for a URL, for a web address. So I said, let's go with it,
That's perfect.
And it almost sounds like Jimmy the Greek.
Oh, we got our first phone call,
Jerry, look at you.
Really?
Good evening and welcome to the Business Power Hour. Who are we speaking with?
Oh, this is Heather Hernandez from Texas.
Hey, Heather Lee. How are you, my
Hi, Heather,
dear?
Texas, Jerry. We got people.
Hey, hello there.
Hi, guys. How are you?
We are fantastic. How are you, my love?
I'm doing great. I actually have a computer question.
Okay.
It's an Apple computer. I'm not sure if he's familiar with those.
Do you work with Apple computers, Jerry?
I normally don't. I'm more PC than Mac. So
All
I mean,
Well, let her ask the question anyway. Maybe you got the answer.
Yeah, go ahead, Heather Lee.
So I got a pretty expensive Apple computer. It's like the desktop kind. It's not like the laptop. And it's just running super slow. And I wanted to see what is the easiest way to try and speed up the activity on it.
Well, you may have things that start up on your computer that you haven't used in a while. Say you had a Epson printer and that died on you, and you got yourself an HP printer. You still have the drivers from your Epson printer running in the background. So I would say uninstall the drivers that are all the programs that are not needed anymore that are running in the background, for instance.
Does that work for you, Heather? Do you have issues like that?
Heather Lee, did we lose you, sweetie?
Heather?
Heather?
I think you scared her, Jerry. You
I-
told her
I-
her drivers
I-
weren't working. I think she got nervous and left.
Yeah. Are you there,
Okay.
Heather?
My husband is always saying we have too much running in the background, but I'm like, but we have an Apple, isn't that, can't they just
No. See, apples aren't. I'm going to tell you something about apples, sweetie. Apples are not what people think they are. They're a regular computer just like everything else. And Josh is right. Shut down all of this stuff that's running in the background. And you know what? Tell Josh. Josh is a super fan of the show. And thank you for watching again, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
And thank you for your service, my friend. All right.
Thank you for the question.
I appreciate it.
All right, Heather. So listen to your husband. He knows what he's talking about.
In this case.
All right.
In this case, thank you, Mrs. Man. You're right. In this case.
Yeah.
In this
All
case.
right. Have a good night.
All right. Love you,
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See, Jerry, you're helping
So,
people
Jerry,
out.
That's my goddaughter, Jerry.
That's your goddaughter?
That's
Oh,
my goddaughter.
I was just wondering. Yeah.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
you wonder why I was calling her sweetie and said I love you?
Yeah, exactly.
I do that with all my guys. So.
All you guys?
all my callers, I always
Okay.
yeah, so you're welcome, Josh. I saw you. Thank you up there. So,
Jerry, you also have something also very unique about your background and such. You're an actor.
Yes, I belong to a group called the Long Island Cabaret Theater. We usually do a show in June, a chorus show in June, and a variety show in November, and various library shows. But since COVID hit, the last show we did was in 2019 in November, and I think we also did it. We also did sang holiday music for people at Nassau University Medical Center. Went around different wards and give them some holiday cheer.
Now, this is, you do most of your work or all of it in the acting profession as charity work, correct?
Yes, I do it because I've been doing that since I was a teenager. My mom was an original member of this group. It was originally a fundraiser for the Massapequa Chorale back in the day, in the 70s.
And for those of you who don't know, Massapequa is a town in Nassau County out here on Long Island. In case somebody from Texas is calling us again or something.
Heatherly's from Long Island.
So that's why she had a 631 number, which was surprising to see that.
Her and her husband is stationed in Texas right now because he is a member of the U.S. Army. And their first assignment, Jerry, his first assignment was Hawaii.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah,
that's a tough place to go. Joshua, thank you for your service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how about his sunburn? He's got a beautiful tan.
Who's got a beautiful tan? Jerry?
No, your cousin and Josh from Hawaii. Heather too.
Yeah, Heather Lee. Yeah, but they endured that winter storm in there. But let's get back to Jerry because that's why we're here tonight. We want to talk about Jerry and we're to talk about different things. So Jerry, if somebody's going to buy a computer, because this happens a lot, I see this a lot with small businesses, right? They'll just go to any store and just buy any computer.
Yes.
All right.
On sale.
On sale. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Or really should you get a commercial grade computer for your business?
Well, you got to see what your needs are using the computer. If you just really use a computer to browse the web and, just check your email, you can get something, for about $500 or so. But if you're going to go use it for business, then you got to look what you're going to use it for. I mean, what you need to see, for instance, I would tell people to, look for a certain amount of memory and how much hard drive space, as well as the processor, which is very important because that's how fast your computer will be running.
So, okay, I shouldn't just go into any store and go, oh, that's on sale. I really should be looking at processor speed, right? Yeah. I should be looking at memory. What's a good amount of memory you should have on your computer? Minimum.
Well, usually 8 gig of RAM of memory is in general, but I would go to 12 to 16 gig of RAM. And as for hard drive space, at least 500 gig hard drive or a terabyte, depending on what you're using it for. And if you for a laptop, get what's called an SSD, a solid state hard drive. Right. It's like the flash drive that you plug into your computer, but it's bigger.
So what's the difference between a regular hard drive and an SSD hard drive?
A regular hard drive has what's called platters inside. Little plates in there, and it has something that reads it like a record or something like that.
Right.
And it goes back and forth, and it's and that has moving parts in it. The SSD hard drive has no moving parts. Okay, and then it costs more to have an SSD hard drive than your traditional hard drive.
So, would you say a SSD hard drive is actually better than a traditional hard drive?
Well, it's faster. To my opinion, it's faster than your traditional hard drive. I mean, depending on what you're going to use it for, if you need a lot of storage, okay, you may be better off getting the traditional hard drive. But if you're going to use use it for speed, then the SSD hard drive would be a better choice.
So when you're purchasing this computer, and you got the correct gig and you got the correct RAM, you need to still get other things, other options. Is it best to order it that way so that the manufacturer loads the computer for you? Or do you call someone like yourself that installs all the other stuff? And which is the better value?
Well, usually if you order, say, you go to your local store like Staples or Best Buy, they'll have certain things in there. But if you order it from the manufacturer, for instance, like Dell, Lenovo, or from HP, you can probably add in other things as well. But I can also put in various things. I can add in, upgrade hard drive for you. and reinstall your operating system and the various programs that you would need. We would have to look at case by case study. Go case by case basis.
Okay. All right. So, I go and get this computer now, and whenever I get a new computer, it's always frustrating. I feel like I'm starting all over again. I got my old computer all set up. It's working the way I want. It's slow though. It's time to get a new computer because it's struggling to stay alive. So I go get a new computer.
Yes.
What's the easiest way to get all my stuff from one computer to another?
Well, if you have
call Jerry.
You can call me. Yes. You can. I would say back up your information either on an external hard drive or into a cloud storage like OneDrive, Dropbox, or similar to that as well, or use a backup service like Carbonite or iDrive. You can do one of those things. So, and you should still use that all the time because just in case, God forbid, your computer dies on you, you'll be able to restore your information.
Well, that's a great point, Jerry, that, backing up my information. How often should I be backing that up?
Every day.
I mean, you should do a full backup like once a week personally and do what's called an incremental backup as, daily. So like you say you just you changed the file you did the change on a couple of files. It should back it up. It should back it up automatically, like daily.
There are some programs out there that automatically back you up every day.
Exactly. There's service like iDrive and Carbonite will do it automatically. They'll detect that there's a change. So as you make a change, it will back it up. But if you want to do like a full backup, and also if you try to do a full backup, it will compare what files haven't changed since the last time, and then it will back up the ones that have changed. Also, with Microsoft, with your OneDrive, which comes with Windows, you can have it set up so you back up stuff. As you make a change on a file, it will back it up onto your OneDrive.
So let me ask you this. What is better, backing it up to OneDrive or in the cloud or on a local drive next to your computer?
I'd say do both personally. If you, I'd say you should do both just to be safe because, the cloud is there. So you can go to you can go, for instance, you can log onto any computer and grab your file and with your credentials, you can just grab say you go over to Norman's place and go on, you want to grab a file from your OneDrive, you can do that.
Oh, really? So I can go steal files from Norm?
You already have. He thinks I don't know this.
Keith Christie says, Jerry is a great guy. I've known him for many years.
Yes.
So we want to say, hi, Keith. How you doing tonight, Keith? And thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you watching the show.
Yes, Keith, we appreciate that. Thank you. How well do you know Keith? What does he do?
He was my supervisor way back when for a company I worked for. So it was a good but tough boss.
Okay. Well, he made you the guy you are.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to know who the Facebook user is who said, if Darren is cooking, I'm out. That's scary. All right.
Yeah.
Because you're coming up as just a Facebook user, and I don't know who you are, so I can't respond to you.
We like to respond to everybody.
We like to respond. We like to acknowledge everybody that we see on here, and say hello to everybody. We got a lot of people who watch all the time, and we always love to say hi. Sometimes we don't always see who's here. So Sherry Schwartz, awesome job, Jerry. I'm very proud of your success in your business.
What's that? Is that your wife?
That is my wife. Yes.
Okay,
Good
so
boy.
there you go.
That's sneaky.
That's my wife. Yes.
At least what she should have done was change the last name.
Right. Yeah, she should have said,
You know, Jerry Levine or something. Sherry Levine. Or Sherry Maldonado or something.
something, right? Yeah, there we go.
That was a giveaway.
But that's fantastic. So, Jerry, what we're going to do right now, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about what you should be watching out for. But I also want to pick your brain a little bit about how these devices are integrating with our computers and what we should be watching out for with them. So we'll be right back right after these messages. Oh.
Got a call from an old friend, used to be real close. Said he couldn't go on the American way. Closed the shop, sold the house, bought a ticket to the West Coast.
Small business owners, are you having trouble growing your business? Do you feel like you're always swimming upstream? Do you feel like daily tension that I can't get ahead and I don't know why? Hi everybody, my name is Darren Sayafi and I'm a business therapist. What's a business therapist? Well, some people call us coaches, some people call us advisors, other people even call us strategists. We take a vested interest in you and your personal development as a person and as a business owner to give you the tools and structure that you need to take it to that next level. So don't wait. Give me a call today for your free consultation and let me show you how you can help yourself.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man. And our guest tonight is Jerry the Geek Schwartz, better known as It.
As It. Yeah, Mr. It, right? We're going to call you Mr. It. Is that what we decided?
So when you go to the next network meeting and I happen to be there and I'm going to say, say Jerry the It was on, not the Geek.
So wait a
Jerry
second.
It.
You guys know each other from networking?
Yeah, we do.
So that's a surprise because
shocker.
Norm hardly knows anybody from networking.
I don't know anybody anyway.
I know. I don't know how he knows people from networking.
That's crazy. I don't get it.
So, Jerry, how long have you known Norm?
Probably about at least 10 years, I guess. I've seen him at various events.
Wow. And he actually accepted to come on the show.
He's been dying to come on the show. We haven't had room for him. I had to make room for the guy.
It's a beautiful thing. No, Jerry, no, I tease when I say that. So, Jerry, is and one of the things that we do at CBMS is we talk about, or we help businesses grow. But one of the things we're always interested in how people get business. Do you get a lot of business from the networking groups?
I get some business from there. Yes, people have called me say. People have contacted me in the past or have referred stuff to me as well. So I've gotten people saying, my computer is running slow. Can you take a look at it? I said, sure, no problem. Or they think, they can't retrieve a file or something. I'll see what I can do for them. I'll come on by or I'll try to take care of it remotely.
Now, Jerry and I were on a network group today.
Right.
And he got 3 shout outs.
For the work,
for the work that he does. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Go figure that you actually know what you're doing.
Amazing. I know, amazingly that I know my stuff.
Yeah, you're amazing.
So you gotta love the love that you get from Norm.
So much that you know so much. Tell us about hacking and about viruses and about Trojans.
Whoa. This is a family show.
That's something that I would say. All right. So, okay. So now that we got that. Now we know your brand. That was pretty good, though. Well, we didn't even rehearse that. So let's put the brand on the side for a second, and let's talk about hacking and ransomware. And what can you tell us? And what's the best way for people to try and avoid this? Well, what do you do when you get it?
Well, to avoid it, try not to open up stuff that doesn't look familiar to you. Like, say you get an email from, say it's an email from someone you know, but there's just in there is a link to somewhere. Don't open it up. Delete the email. Or you get an email from your bank saying your credit card is been disabled and all that, and you got to click on this link to do that. I would not click on that. I would go straight to the website itself. So for your bank, say you got an email from Chase, I would go to chase.com and log onto your account there instead of clicking on that link.
But what can you do? Is there anything that you can do to kind of put a spam blocker or something on your computer that will get rid of some of these less sophisticated viruses?
Well, there are antivirus programs out there, including the one that comes with Windows as well. You can use, there are many out there like McAfee, there's Kaspersky, there's AVG. There's many antivirus programs. There's Malwarebytes. They take care of the malware.
Okay, so what's the difference between a virus and malware?
Malware is what, it sort of tracks what you're doing. It's like it will track where you're going and all that. As for a virus, it'll be more, we'll try to take over your computer in one way or the other.
Malware is more like a spying device.
Exactly.
And a virus is really trying to destroy your computer.
Exactly. That's that's basically it. So, I could tell you a story of something that happened years ago to a family member. Years ago, a family member got a message on her computer that said they had over 70 Trojan horses viruses on there, and to get rid of them, the message said to pay $90 to get rid of them. I went to research that source of the virus, and within a couple of hours, I got rid of it. So I
charged her $120.
Exactly.
Darren has 7 horses.
I don't have any.
He doesn't have
horses.
70 horses, but he does have 7.
I don't have 7.
In fact, he's putting his house up for sale, and he's buying a bigger place so that it can hold more horses. He loves horses.
Oh, man.
He loves horses. Wild horses?
Oh, he loves horses. Oh, it does.
I do love horses, but I don't have any currently.
He has a little racetrack in the back, too, a quarter mile.
Yeah.
So,
he has quarter horses?
Yeah, I don't have any horses, Jerry. Don't believe anything he tells you.
Gary can't walk in his backyard. He's got all kinds of horses.
Gary Bonavita says, hi, Jerry. He's on tonight. So, we want to say hi to Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Hey, Gary, what do you do? Call us.
Call us, Gary. It's
631. Go ahead.
631-619-7500.
Tell us all about Jerry. Tell us what you know.
Yeah, so I learned this last week, right? So there you go. Hi, Jerry, from Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Look at that. He says Jerry is a great computer person, great in the shows.
This is a great comment from Sherry Schwartz.
Again,
great show tonight.
Oh,
she's
prejudiced.
She's very prejudiced.
Nah, no, she's not.
Wait, she said the show was good, but the guest is a little weak.
That's not what she said. That's not what she said.
I'm reading it.
I want to know who said this. This is what I want to know. Somebody loves me, but they want to make fun of me.
Jerry, what's the most important thing that people should be doing for their computers now? What's state of the art? What should they put in that you can help them with?
Well, I tell people the most important thing to me is back up your information. That's the most important thing. I mean, you can, your computer can be up to date and all that, but if it dies on you, what happens to your information? That's the most important.
If you have one of those drives that go into your USB port and back up everything, how do you know when it's full and when you don't? Where do you go?
Well, you open up the what's called File Manager, the little folder on the bottom of the computer, and it will and you can go into that drive, and you go to and you go to that drive, click it, and it'll show you how much space is being used and how much is available.
Good. Okay.
For instance, so I go to my C drive, for instance. I click on that. I right-click it, and go to Properties, and then from there it will show you how much space is used, how much space is available, and what the capacity and how much the full capacity amount is available is total.
We have a question for you. Do the honors.
Hi, Eileen. It's from Eileen Karina. How do you get rid of a computer and make sure your info is destroyed when you get rid of that computer?
Well, okay. Thank you, Eileen. Good question. Well, the first thing to do is you would have to take the hard drive out of your computer. So if you don't know, for instance, how to do that, I mean, I could help you there as well to help you get rid of that. Take the hard drive out of there, and then either you have to get someone to destroy the hard drive, or you keep the hard drive at home and then a anti-static bag. As for the computer itself, you could what's called e-cycling. Go to your local e-cycling place, or you can do that actually at Best Buy, or I believe Staples does it as well, where you
can you drill holes in the hard drive?
Yes. Yes. If you drill a few holes in there, that could do the trick as well. You just especially the ones with the platter.
By the way, sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So our next question is from Mike Siafi, our owner of the Phoenician Diner.
Our guest last
week. Is a Mac safer for malware than a PC?
You know what? That's a good question. I mean, and they may have more things that protect from malware, but I don't think they're any different, safer or something. They may be different, but I personally don't think it's any different. Okay, but they may have some more things that will protect from, maybe more restrictive on a Mac.
I remember years ago they used to say, well, nobody writes viruses for Mac, so you don't have to worry about it. I think that's a little bit different now, right?
Yeah. We have to make a change. There was a boo-boo mentioned before. It wasn't your wife, Sherry, that wrote in the message. No, there was a message there, but it was Sherry Gillespie.
Yeah.
But you had mentioned, that one we did. But then Sherry Gillespie sent in another two messages.
But Sherry Schwartz also said great show.
Yes, that was back in the beginning. Then she learned better after he continued.
Oh, wow. All right. So Eileen says, I have 6 laptops piled up waiting to figure out what is the hard drive. So she has no
laptops. Well, the hard drive is somewhere inside of the computer. Each computer is built different, so we would have to
call Jerry the Geek. Jerry, what's your phone number?
My phone number is 516-418-2780.
Hold on, Jerry. Let's do that again, my friend.
Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Go ahead.
It's 516-418-2780. Or you can email me at jerry@jerrythegeek.com.
By the way, if people mention the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man, do they get a professional discount?
Why would he do that?
Let the man answer.
Okay.
No,
You're putting the guy on the spot.
I will offer a discount, definitely. Okay, on labor.
Yeah, you won't charge an extra, right?
I'm not unless it's the Facebook user that I'll charge him double.
There you go.
All right.
So Mike wants a hand pound for that good question he had. There you go, Mike.
He got used to us.
I
beat you 2-0 last week.
You did beat me 2-0 last week.
And now we're 1-1 tonight.
But I think that's because he was prejudiced.
Could
me,
be.
But
Whatever.
That's beside the point.
By the way, he made great cookies last week.
Unbelievable, Jerry. You have to
Darren.
see. We had a guest
Darren
on who
cooked great cookies,
and he wrote a cookbook. I actually took a cookie recipe out of the cookbook, and I actually made them, and they were unbelievable.
They were huge.
They were huge.
You couldn't eat this one.
They were fantastic. They were huge.
And look at Michael and Cherry.
Yeah,
they're laughing.
They're laughing. They love it. They love it. But yeah, so much so, and they were rich. They was so good.
Too rich.
They were so. He had to he threw his cookie out. I was like, "What are you throwing it out?"
I didn't throw it out. I ate 3/4 of it.
He ate 3/4 of it. He couldn't finish it.
It was huge.
Yeah,
it was
it
great.
definitely was good. I'm sorry, Jerry. So here was my question before the break. I was talking about. So here's my phone. I have the new Samsung Galaxy 21 Ultra, whatever it is, with a 500 gig hard drive.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I got the camera on. But with this is telling me, and as my dog that I had to put down a couple of years ago. But but what this is now telling me, or what I'm able to do with this, is actually I can run Microsoft Office, I can run Word, Excel, all of these different things on here, and actually my OneDrive.
Yes.
So and it becomes like a mini computer. Is the way we're going now is not so much everything being stored locally, but everything being stored in the cloud, so we can do this remote stuff?
I would say so, because people, you want to be able to take care of business wherever you are, either at home or on the road. You want to be able to, for instance, you have a document you have to get out, or work on a spreadsheet. You can do that on your phone. It may be a little tough to do on a phone, but you can look, but you can be able to. You have everything stored in the cloud, so if you want to send those documents to someone on the fly, you can do that.
And what's so wonderful about this phone if it only has one drive? Shouldn't it be like 2 or 3 or 4 drives?
No, it has like 5 cameras though. See that?
5 cameras. So.
It's like,
we got.
Wow, look at that.
We got Scott Wiss on the phone. Hey, Scott. Hey, Scott, you could be in that same seat as Jerry. You can talk about your business too. I'm going to catch up with you.
Selling the next show. Let's go.
Come on, Jerry. We can get you in for June.
We can get you in for June. Hey, just a note, Mike. Norm's waiting for his autographed book. So,
Didn't come. You promised this week. By the way, your cousin and I, we're going to fly up there. So
we're going to fly up.
We're going to fly up for breakfast on Saturday.
We're gonna land in Kingston.
In Kingston.
So
right.
Kingston's a little tiny airport right by the bridge.
Okay. Yeah, and don't forget pick us up. We'll be there at 9:33.
9:33.
Can you see? He's on its way.
It's on its way. He's the best. He's the best. Thanks, cuz. You're the man. We're digressing so bad here.
Where is your office, Jerry?
Where
I don't have a physical office. My car is my office. So basically, I will do stuff remotely from here, from home, or I'll travel to where you are within the Long Island area.
So, and that's the thing, especially with COVID, is everybody's doing remote work now.
Yes.
Right? As an accountant, I don't really see my clients that much anymore. Everything's done remote. We're either talking to each other via Zoom, we're passing, and because of the cloud, people can securely upload their information to me into a portal, and I'm getting all their tax documents, I'm getting all of this stuff, and they don't have to see me, I don't have to see them.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing, right? It becomes a lot more efficient. And from a business point of view, Jerry, I'm sure you agree with this.
Yes.
Becomes more efficient to be able to do it remotely because you can service more clients that much quicker.
Yes, I mean, I could technically I could service anyone remotely around the U.S. if I wanted to. Okay,
I'm sure you want to.
If I wanted to, I could service someone right now in Harvard, Illinois. If I wanted to.
Harvard, Illinois. I never heard of Harvard.
Did somebody actually call you from Harvard, Illinois?
Well, actually, I'm advertising with iRadio USA, and one of the things I'm advertising is on a morning show in Harvard, Illinois. There, and I can technically, someone wants me to connect with them, I can connect Zoom with them and look at their computer. That's awesome. I think 60 miles from Chicago.
Okay.
Question for you: do you have different kinds of monthly packages that you can offer people? Like if someone just needs a basic maintenance type package, or they have an issue, and it's just you charge them on a yearly basis, but monthly. Do you have anything like that?
Currently, I do not, but I'm working on something of that arrangement. I'm trying to figure out what to do, what will be the most efficient and right choice for people. That's we'll have to see. That, but I just, people call me for support. I have repeat clients. Matter of fact, so I can help them out remotely or in person.
So Jerry, if my computer broke, would you come to me to fix it? Like if it needed something physical to be fixed on?
Yes, I would. I would come over to your location, take a look, see what needs to be replaced, and then we would figure out what needs to be replaced and order that part. And then once I either order it, you order it yourself while right there then, and as it's delivered to you. And once we get it, we set another date to finish the job.
Well, if you do that, then Darren can take you to the backyard and you can try one of the Ferraris. On his track.
I'm telling you, Jerry, he likes to tell stories because there's no Ferrari, there's no track.
That's right. It's really a Maserati. I had made a mistake.
Maybe it's a go-kart
pickup. I have a Maserati pickup. Right?
A Maserati pickup go-kart?
Yeah.
When he uses that Trojan in bingo.
Trojan
really goes a long way.
Wow. Oh my God, we digress so badly here.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because it seems like more and more kids now, they're not getting books when they go to college or even high school. They're getting laptops, right?
Yes.
Or tablets. What do you recommend if somebody's going to college and that? What do you recommend? Because what's the difference between a tablet and a laptop?
I mean, a tablet is be running like it could be like your iPad or Chromebook. Well, it'd be something like that. A laptop could be either like I have a Yoga 900 laptop by Lenovo. Okay, right. I mean, or the iMac. Okay, the thin one. Okay, like that. But if you're getting a tablet, it's more like your iPad.
Right. Okay.
And that could be running, or it could be like Samsung Galaxy tablet or Amazon Fire tablet. Okay, right. which runs what do you call it? It runs the.
So let me ask you this, Jerry. Right, you're a Commodore 64 guy. You come, so right there, you're dating yourself.
Yes.
Right. So I know where you're coming from. What is your preference? Would you rather work on a laptop or would you rather work on a tablet?
I'm more laptop. Okay, I rather use a laptop because tablet. I use it personally when I'm lying in bed. Okay, I'll use a tablet there, or watching something on there,
Whoa,
or
whoa! You're using the tablet while you're lying in
He's
bed.
reading,
And
or he's watching.
And
a
what are you?
show,
What are you?
you know,
Well, what are you
come
watching
on.
in bed?
I'm watching. I'm watching. I'm in, like watching wrestling.
Okay.
Well, they put wrestling on Peacock TV now instead of on the WWE Network. They're switching over. So
Okay. All right. So who's your favorite wrestler, Jerry?
currently, I actually like The Miz because he proves people wrong. He may be a heel, but he's one of those people that he has proven people wrong from the very beginning. Because he was one of the
really are a fan.
You are a fan.
You really are a fan.
Okay, so who's now currently that's who your favorite is. All time, who was your favorite?
All time. I mean, I can either go with Hulk Hogan, I can go with Randy Macho Man Savage.
Randy Macho Man
Savage. I go like Andre the Giant.
Who?
What?
Antonino Rocca. Do you remember him?
I never saw him wrestle.
No.
Back in the day. Well, I'm a lot older.
I started watching in the 80s when Hogan beat Iron Sheik, okay?
Yeah.
Around that time.
I actually seen that. I remember watching that when that happened.
What does it have to do with IT?
Why?
Well,
no, it has to do with
I was
with
asking when he was
Jerry's
watching in bed, and then he got onto this.
Well, we got
tablet.
into wrestling. You talked about
That's
wrestling.
why I watched on the tablet. I watched
That's not where I wanted him to go.
People
but
want to
he didn't pick
know
up
this
on that.
stuff. People want to know this stuff.
They want to make sure that you're a real guy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I watch sports on there. I watch movies on there. I mean, I can put it right. I can take the stuff from there and transmit it right onto my 43-inch TV in the bedroom.
So there you go. You can.
So why don't you take one of our concerts? $9.99.
I may want to check out the Billy Joel one. Matter of fact,
There you go. So that's it. Hurry up.
That'll be a good
Shows
concert.
in 2 weeks.
April 10th, right?
April 10th. Okay. That'd be one that I would like to check that out.
Okay.
That'll be fantastic. So, Jerry, we're coming to the end of the show, believe it or not.
I mean, goodness. So quick.
We tell you the time flies. We told you that, before you know it was going to happen. So one more time, how can people get a hold of you?
Yes. You can reach me on my phone number at 516-418-2780. You can email me at jerry@jerrythegeek.com. You can go to my website, www.jerrythegeek.com. And I'm on Facebook and on Twitter at Jerry the Geek.
Jerry, is there anything else that you would like to mention or talk about, or services that you provide to get people to call into you?
I also deal with a company that creates websites. I don't do websites, but I deal with a company that creates it for small to medium-sized businesses.
All right. So you're a go-to guy for anything IT then?
Yes. You give me a call. I'll see what I can do for you. If I can't, I can connect you to the right people.
Excellent.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So thank you, Jerry. We really appreciate you being on tonight. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
Jerry the It.
Jerry the It, right?
Yeah.
Here's my friend.
All right. Have a good night, Jerry.
Good night.
All right, my friend.
Jerry is good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's
great
a good
energy
guy.
tonight.
He always has. This is the way that
we got great participation from the audience. We really want to thank the audience for doing that. And yes, Keith,
Jerry is the man.
You are right. Jerry is the man.
Jerry is the
man. He has done a great job.
Jerry is the geek.
He's the geek.
He's
Jerry the geek.
What do you got coming up? Anything going on?
Yeah, I got, all kinds of fun stuff happening. I got, did I tell you?
No.
My vaccine, April 17th will be my first shot.
First shot. Nice.
First shot.
Okay.
So I finally got a date. I'm looking forward to it because in May I'm going to be traveling, actually traveling a lot.
That's right. So you said.
Yeah. So, I'm going out to the Grand Canyon.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
That's
a conference out there that I'm going to see. I do have family that
Michelle
lives
coming?
close. No.
Okay.
No, Michelle's not. But because she's that's
got to run the office.
She's got to run the office. but I got cousins out there that I can't wait to go see. So, Marie and Teresa and that whole
family
crew out
all over
there.
the damn
I got
place.
family everywhere. So
Are
it's
they
crazy.
Shiafis too?
Well, Teresa is
Former.
Former, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Teresa's mom was my father's sister.
Right.
So,
sure. Easy
so
for
there
you
you
to
go.
say.
There you go.
We got a monster week on the Business Power Hour next week.
Yes, next week's going to be 2 nights. We're going to be on Tuesday night and Wednesday night.
And the reason for that is because next week is our famous Give Back Wednesday.
Right.
But we're also going to have a Give Back Tuesday.
Mhm.
And the reason why there's going to be 2 is that the organization that we are doing a concert for on April 10th, the Billy Joel Show, ACLD, that's Adults and Children with Learning Disabilities, they are going to be in our studio or on Zoom. And we're going to have the director or the president, I'm not sure of the gentleman's title, on to explain about ACLD. And we're going to have a special guest that Darren doesn't even know about yet.
Oh, yeah?
But we're going to have
Somebody
a
good?
special. Yeah, I think somebody pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the following day, Wednesday, the 31st, we're going to have Advocate Insurance back, Michael Brothers.
Yep, Mike Brothers.
He's going to be in here with his crew.
Yeah.
And they're sponsoring a show for the American Legion that I am doing on May 1st.
Right.
And with donations going to the American Legion. And that's going to be starring the Marshall Tucker Band, as well as ZZ Top. And we have some special guests coming on that night too. So it's going to be a real interesting 2 nights. And we're going to be helping 2 organizations. And it's really good for you folks to tune in and see what's going on with these 2 charities.
Exactly. So tune in next week, Tuesday night at 7 p.m. and then again Wednesday night. So you're going to get a double blast of the Business Power Hour. You're going to get to see us 2 nights in a row. So
How
we're gonna
lucky.
have a lot of fun on it. You guys are so lucky. It's
Oh
unbelievable.
my God.
So I want to thank everybody for watching tonight.
And for Jerry.
Right. And for Jerry, good job. The 2 Sherrys, Mike, Eileen,
Scott Wiss,
Scott,
you're next, Scott.
right, Levine.
It's out there.
All of it, Keith, Josh, Heather, thanks for calling in,
Eileen.
Heather. It was great talking to you.
And of course, Michael Siafi.
Right, and Michael, yep. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
I'm waiting for the book.
We'll see you guys Tuesday night right here on the Business Power Hour.
7 o'clock. Good night, everybody. Have
Good
a great
night.
weekend.
Good night, everybody.